Ron Darling on the broadcast was very adamant that the Mets pitchers need to do a better job of holding base runners. I'm just curious how they should go about that with the pickoff limits. Is it just you have to manipulate maybe the pitch clock early, try to get guys, freeze guys, kind of like Sean Reed Foley was trying to do in his outing Sunday? Do the catchers need to start back picking guys more often than not? I mean, how can the Mets better their control of the run game, which has just been, there hasn't been a whole lot of that this year so far.
One, be quicker to the plate. I think that was mentioned on the broadcast too. I think I forgot to mention it in my last podcast because I wrote it down that Todd Seal had a nice um, explanation on the pregame show a week ago. And he said, and he showed also that when runners take off, then Narvaez on particular stolen bases had like 1.7 seconds to get the ball to the shortstop. And that's just not giving him any chance because the average is 2.02, if I remember correct, in pop time. So 1.70 is crazy quick for a catcher. So what happens then is that pitchers, hitters get too good of a jump on our pitchers, and our catchers need to rush, which looks like that our catchers rush the throw and make bad throws. But he explained that it's more that the catchers have to rush to maybe even in that slight chance that they have get the runner, and because they rushed, it's a bad throw. But either way, it would probably not even matter if the catcher does nothing. So he showed me, and I know that fans always look at catchers when it comes to caught stealing percentage. We also saw that with Travis d'Arnaud, but it's a Mets issue for years. We also have pitchers who are notoriously slow to the plate. We had Syndergaard, we now have Ottavino. We also saw that play with Reed Garrett that they stole third, where Lindor got extremely frustrated. So it shows that the Mets are trying something, but apparently pitchers don't pay enough attention. They aren't quick enough to the plate. I thought that what Sean Reed Foley tried to do is what the Mets should try more. Manipulate the pitch clock to not to let runners not be able to time the Mets, because the Mets are still notoriously slow to the plate. A lot of Mets are. So I also don't necessarily see a lot of slide steps, if I remember correctly. So it's not necessarily a thing that Mets pitchers do. Yeah, so it's tough, but I think the issue mostly is still. And oh, by the way, before I forget, I also saw a couple of decent throws which Jeff McNeil just flat out missed 2 times. So I don't know what's happening with Jeff McNeil this year, but he's not hitting and he's not playing good defense. I saw the outs above average; he is way below average, and I also saw, McNeil on finally throws that we have a chance just flat out miss the ball. So it's just one of those things that the Mets doesn't seem to figure out for years. But I think it starts with the pitching being have to be quicker to the plate. That's at least my opinion from watching.